Well, it's a warm welcome. Istanbul in Turkey. It's game day one of the Basketball Champions League, and Besiktas will host Avellino in this Group D matchup. And right off the bat, game day one, these two teams made the round of 16 in the inaugural Basketball Champions League. Besiktas will have to overcome that disappointment when they were one of the leading seeds coming out of the regular season, having gone 12-2 in the regular season to win their group, and were upset in the round of 16. When a lot of people, including myself, would have thought they'd have gone very, very deep into this competition. Here are the regular season Group D games of game day one. Nürnberg and Bonn dropped games at home as Nanterre and Ostend get road wins yesterday evening. They are so important. Any road win really does set you up in this Basketball Champions League format. Well, Besiktas, the two-time Turkish champions, second in their league last year. Here's the current group standings after those opening night game performances by Nanterre and Ostend and their wins on the road. 4 teams at the bottom. The other game in Group D sees Aris and Zielona Góra from Poland face off this evening. It's always intriguing opening night matchups. Both teams have already had domestic competitions. Avellino with a 1-1 record, but lost last weekend. Only one game for Besiktas in the Premier League in Turkey, which they got the win on the road at Trabzonspor. Avellino, this roster, number of returners from their last 16 campaign last season. But some nice additions too. Jason Rich will bring some real firepower at the offensive end. Des Wells joins the lineup, as does Thomas Scrub. And they face this Besiktas Sompo Japan lineup, obviously with the backcourt of Roll and his partner in crime last year, Michael Thompson, having departed, but still Strawberry and Weems return. No Earl Clark in the lineup for Besiktas this evening. And obviously at the helm, the current Turkish national team coach, Coach Salachka, who really did deal with the pressure of a very much transitional Turkish national team getting to the round of 16 in Eurobasket this past summer. So, sparse crowd at the moment. This will definitely fill up as this game gets underway. The Akatla Arena holds just under 3,500 people. And as you saw, if you watch Basketball Champions League action in year one, this place gets a little feisty when the crowd make their way to the game. Coach Gattrapanti from Avellino's done a marvelous job. Avellino, until his arrival, were literally a coach of season team. Really struggled to make the playoffs last year, finishing 3rd though, and coming within a Game 7 series loss in Game 7 of making the championship game. Brian Boatwright, right in shot there, getting his name in the middle of the camera as we wait for the remainder of this Besiktas lineup to be introduced to the crowd. The UConn graduate, only 24, still at the early stages of his career. But the American with Armenian citizenship is going to be, I think, is going to really excite this crowd. A player in Coach Salichka's mold. And there is the Turkish national team coach making his way to his bench. Strong road win opening weekend in the Turkish league for Besiktas. Trabzonspor will be one of those teams vying for playoff spots, and a very, very impressive win on the road for Besiktas. 5 players in double figures, and for a team that prides itself on its efficiency, 6 turnovers. And they took care of the ball. They shot great percentages across the floor, and DJ Strawberry just really underlined that performance. So both teams will have aspirations to make the round of 16 and get deep into the Basketball Champions League. But for Besiktas, defending home court advantage is going to be an absolute must. Always found the way to win last year. Was so tough at home. Didn't drop a game at home until the last 16, when they had to get that win to progress. And as I say, a lot of people, a lot of pundits, myself included, very surprised that they dropped at the last 16 stage. A lot of continuity in the lineup. Carl Weems is back, and the core of Turkish players, Erkan Besioglu, alongside the veteran Nurtkan Gula and Kenan Sabaki. As we take a look at the 3 officials from Bosnia, Macedonia and Bulgaria, Mr. Petar and Alexander. These guys, as you'd expect, the 3rd team on the floor out of the top draw of Avellino. Martin Lunin will be in the starting lineup alongside the enormous Krylov Vesenko, and how the Ukraine missed him in the summer. Jason Rich, the man who's really going to, I think, spark this team offensively. The 191 shooting guard, 31-year-old veteran now, really does want to get it done. Interesting to see Bruno Fittipaldo, see the impact he can bring to this Avellino lineup. Starting lineup for Besiktas. Augusto Limo. Well, he spent his time last year in Zalgiris, but he was owned, if that's the right word, he was owned by Real Madrid. His athleticism is going to be a big factor for this Besiktas lineup. John Deibler, the 198 forward, really can light it up from the perimeter. So this Besiktas lineup, 2nd in the Turkish Championships last year, last 16, as we say, in the Basketball Champions League. They've got aspirations not only to go deeper in this competition, but to become a major factor in the Turkish league. Paldo, the dual national, right, and Italian. This guy's getting to know the officials. Talking about that's what you like to see, good relations. Referees' communication so important. And Coach Salichka, as well as anyone else, understands that. Well, welcome to the La Arena here. Besiktas in the white uniform face it off against Avellino. Game day 1 of the Basketball Champions League. Two teams with aspirations to get to the knockout stage. We'll be looking to get the W. And Avellino will get the first look at it. Noonan has it outside. A lot of action away from the basketball. No one gets turned though. Fittipaldo goes upstairs. Senko, big catch down low, goes to the right hand, soft touch. Right on Frasenko. Just that underlines what he is, just a big, big body with great touch, great finish around the ring. Besiktas in the half court, high pick. Wide open, look, they go selfishly down low and Lima gets the two. And every single Besiktas player had a feel of it. And they shared it beautifully. Turned down the open perimeter jump shot, got to the basket, we're tied at 2 apiece. Powder on a curl. Senko gets more touches. And the foul will be called on Augusto Lima. Well, he's just got to decide how he's going to play Frasenko. Frasenko's going to have to play this game in spells. Lima's going to have to work him out, work him over, try and get him a little fatigued, but he's got to play him quick. He can't play him strong. Frasenko gets it on the inside. And that's better from Lima, just stayed in stance. Asked Frasenko to make the move. And the Ukrainian just gives up the possession. And Fittipaldo almost comes up with a turnover. Sabahi will get it into the half court. Lima, again, ball movement, a lot of touches, everyone shares it. Diabla to the glass for 2. Fittipaldo in the lane, will kick it. Close out, forces the little floater, which is short. Frasenko just holds so much space. Strong finish. When he's on the floor, Avellino have to give him touches. Again, this active weave. Oh, great execution. And at the moment, Besiktas have not taken a shot outside 2 feet. Weems gets the 2 that time. Continuous motion. Excellent execution by Besiktas in the half court. Well, there's a lot of empty seats, as you can see at the moment, but the crowd who is in making some noise here. Basketball Champions League returns to Istanbul. They go upstairs out of bounds. Shrub can't get it to drop. Defensive rebound, chance to run. Besiktas have numbers down the floor. Strawberry. And they share the ball as well as any team here. Great transition. Lunin has to foul. And Besiktas running the floor. Great organization on the break. Strong move to the hoop. Now Weems will go to the free throw line. Weems makes the first. Always a big deal when players, there's some continuity from season to season. Weems, one of the players returning for Coach Skaritska. Fittipaldo in the half court. Senko gets another touch. Fittipaldo, great cut, great pass. And while the offense might look pretty, both coaches are going to be asking some questions about their defense at the moment. Lima outside will look to hand off. Avellino's got to decide how they guard this. Weems has it on a little flare. Lima off balance, just about recovers it. Weems with a mid-range for 2. Just drops another deuce. Fittipaldo feeling it from 3 is long. Strawberry in transition. And there you see the change on that rule that stops teams stopping the break in transition. Normal circumstances over the last couple of years, there'd have been a foul to stop transition, but that foul automatically being a unsportsmanlike foul. You saw more rhythm, more transition, greater opportunity. So often rule makers are criticized for tampering with the rules, but the way that the rules have been changed over the last year or so have really had a positive effect. Deibler turns the corner, gets his set for three as Long, defensive rebound, is owned by Jason Rich. He will bring Prosenko with a screen and a half to the Powder. Prosenko with the ball screen, he'll roll, great lift by Rich, feet set for three as friendly roll, gets the drop. And we said before the game, Jason Rich was gonna have to knock some points down for Avellino. And he's started to do that already. Lima outside, needs a pass, will find one. And again, great ball movement. And Strawberry just strokes it. One of the sweetest looking jump shots in the Basketball Champions League, DJ Strawberry. And Besiktas, back in rhythm. Look like they've had a very, very productive preseason. Filipaldo, Prosenko on the inside, has it knocked away, stays with the play, triple teamed almost. Noonan for three, is good. Well, you've got two of the teams in this competition that really do have aspirations to go deep. Both teams with quality across the roster. And both teams have started really sweetly. 5 minutes in, 13-12, Besiktas had it wide open for three. Lima's on the glass. Gula couldn't make the open three count. Diba buried it. Well, someone hasn't read a stat report. John Deibler went 4 from 7 the weekend. Stop, pop off the glass for two, count it, one to come. Lima's going to be charged with a personal. And Jason Rich again shows you instant offense. Little pull up. Banks are open in Istanbul in the evening. Gula sits. 6 years with Besiktas for Muratcan Gula. And the shooting guard, 37 years old now. They'll be putting a plaque on that seat on the bench soon for the veteran status. Strawberry out top, a lot of action away from the basketball. Little flex cut action by Besiktas, and Deibler wants to say he was pushed, but Noonan charged with a personal, that'll do. Didn't look too good, but I think the camera may have hurt, the angle may have hurt the actual contact, Martin Noonan. Avellino pick up the fourth team foul, end line possession. Strawberry has to back it out. 10 on the possession. Lima with a screen. Strawberry turns the corner. Great little acceleration and one. Turned the corner, led with a shoulder. Undai off the bench, straight on the stat sheet for all the wrong reasons. There's the contact. There's the finish. And Strawberry will go to the line. Amadi Ndai. A Senegalese and Filipino nationality. That must be a fun, fun place to play professional basketball. The Philippines, one of the hotbeds of basketball around the world. And Hamadai Ndai, 2 meters 13, 30 years old now, much traveled. Avellino beat the press. Battling upstairs, and Ndai can't finish the play, but a whistle on it. And Lima, and that's a big call. If Lima picks up that foul, that'll be foul number 2 for Augusto Lima. Big season for Augusto Lima. Much talked about as a younger player. Most of his development and younger parts of his career was in Spain. Signed by Real Madrid, but never really a factor or really part of it. Loaned out to Zalgiris in Lithuania last year, finds himself here in Besiktas. Strawberry advances, and he has it in the half court. Lima, very athletic, very quick, handles it well for a big man. Great hard show, wide open, Weems for 3, count it. Well, you pick your poison. Strawberry turned the corner the last time, so they really hedged hard, but great movement by Weems, found himself open, just buried the 3. And Besiktas, 22 points and still 3 minutes to go in the first period. Defense stepping up. Oh, Filoy for 3, doesn't get the drop. Oriol Filoy arrived from Italian club Venezia after a very, very successful time with the Italian national team in this summer's Eurobasket. Inside-outside kick, Weems on the closeout. Great rotation defensively. Lima with a tough one off one leg is no good. And Des Wells off the bench has a chance to advance the ball. So here fouls, and Avellino will be on the sideline. Sally, Shutak Sally checks in. 2 meters 11, Sabari steps out. All of a sudden, Besiktas get a little bigger. Sally had a great game on the road. 20 points opening day haul for him. Rich on the kick, pulls up for 2, buries it. Great find by Oriol Filoy. Little double team action. Besiktas beat it. Weems open for 3. They get the early shot, and Filoy will bring it. Chance to cut it to 1 or tie on this trip. Filoy turns the corner, has a look inside, has to back out. Filoy stops, pops the long 2. Great work by Sanli on the glass. Chance to run. Strawberry will bring it. Big lineup in the game for Besiktas. Strawberry filling in at the point. Oh, Sanli and Mutaf get a little bit too complicated for each other. Turn it over. Turnovers are a real rarity on this Besiktas lineup. Went the whole game 1 in the Turkish league. Only 6 turnovers at the weekend. It's a credit to, well, one, the quality of the player, coaching-wise, organisation-wise, execution-wise. Coach Stalic has really done a nice job here. Rich on the tough turnaround, count it. And he really does have points in him. Close it to a 1-point game, and Avellino getting shots they want. High scoring first quarter. Sali comes higher, we'll move it on. Strawberry turns down the screen, attacks it again, kicks it. The open 3 is off, we got a whistle. And Des Wells, a little out of control on the closeout. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's just a little sloppy. Diver is good with a second. Besiktas lead at 25-21. Filoy will advance it, last minute of the first. Andre Zalini checks in, will move it on. Rich has it, I think he wants the high pick. Dye will drive, not dive, but makes a big hole. Rich with a tough two is no good. Defensive rebound is pulled in by Al. We got 30 seconds left in this first period, and Besiktas have been very effective offensively. 25 first quarter points for the Istanbul club. Diabler, quick release on the three. Sweet as you like. Great rhythm offensively, tremendous timing. And Diabler knocks down the three, and 28 huge first quarter points as Filoy trying to get the last shot. Goes upstairs for the highlight, and then Dye throws it down. And they're going to count it. Al just throws it up, knocks it down. And Besiktas will have over 30 and a quarter. Here's the Dye with a throwdown. And the halfway line, nothing but string. So there's confirmation, end of the first quarter. Besiktas Sompo Japan have come out on fire, 31-23. Avellino on the road, 23 points. Fairly happy with their first quarter offensive output. But defensively, they have just been schooled by Besiktas. Well, statistically, it's pretty even, apart from one big number, and that's the only one that really matters. Besiktas have just come out and given offensive clinic here, 31-23. Inside, outside, they started the game moving the ball so well. Didn't take a shot from outside 4 feet on the first 3 or 4 possessions. Everybody gets touches. Senko who really set the tone early for Avellino. He got touches and did a really nice job. But Lima with a reverse layup answered, and everything at the start of the game for Besiktas was around the ring. Diabler with the layup. Again, players chasing, turn the corner, have a chance to be aggressive. Senko is not going to play enormous minutes here, just in terms of his condition, his physicality. But when he's in the game, he needs touches. They used him really well in that first part of the game. But down the other end, Besiktas, 31 first quarter points. You can see Coach Sekoliapanti on the far side in the corner. Got to make some adjustments here. That's one way to make an adjustment. Filoy of a little pressure, generates a turnover. Besiktas extend their defense. Zalini outside the three-point line, moves it on. Wells gets it back. Zalini for three is way off. And Basali comes down with a defensive rebound. And Omar Utka Al would advance the basketball. Filoi's a tough guy, though. Defensively, he was so good for Italy in the Eurobasket Championships. Strawberry turns the corner again. Just dips the shoulder and goes. Misses the layup, chance to run the other way. Rich breaks it down, gets in the lane, has to back it out. Needs a pass, gets it. He takes the ball screen. Ndaya will try to get to the hole, but indecisive. 3-on-2 break. Straight down the middle. And Saint-Lee will finish. All about numbers down the floor for Besiktas. Besiktas could put it up with confidence. He had numbers on the glass. Avellino, perhaps the answer is take a little bit of pace out of the game. Spend some time with the ball. But this Besiktas defense is really setting the tone. Step back for the long two is no good. And Saint-Lee clears up. And Besiktas a chance to build on the 10-point lead. Great pass. They can't handle it. Chance to run the other way. Ball's knocked away, but a little bit messy. Filoi is fouled. As looked like they had a huge advantage on the end of transition. Besiktas takes one for the team. Filoi stops and pops the three, count it. Well, there's a scouting report somewhere that says what Ariel Filoi does is that. Gets his feet set, strokes it, knocks down the three. Timeout. College Scout was not happy with the first 2 minutes of that third period. So Salitska will take the timeout. Besiktas still have the lead, 33-26. But Avellino trying to work their way right back into this. Well, after the Besiktas timeout, Avellino up the floor. We'll try and build a little momentum that's cut the lead to 7. Weems will get it off to Strawberry. Strawberry will get it back to Weems. Best way to beat the press, through the air. And Strawberry out top, we'll move it on. Saint-Lee. Great series, though, by Avellino. This already under 8 seconds on the clock, and Besiktas have run not a lot. Strawberry, nice find. Open three, buried it. Yaik just got his feet set. Beautiful find. And just when you think defensively you've got Besiktas a little under control. Great penetration, beautiful find. Stroke the three. Filoi, feet set for three, buried it again. Nothing but string on it. You must make Ariel Filoi put the ball on the floor. If you let him stand there, he's gonna make 3 after 3 after 3. Little 2-3 zone for Avellino, trying to mix it up, trying to break this impressive offensive tempo. Nice find in the corner. 3 is off, but the offensive rebound finds its way to Carl Weems. Son Lee, feet on the three-point line. And Frasenko cleans up in the middle of the zone. And taking the pace out of this game is going to be a very good move by Avellino. Frasenko is fouled as he tried to slice to the keyway. Powder will get the Frasenko screen. It's in the lane, needs a pass. Wells finds Frasenko, way to share the ball. Ball knocked away though. Got to put it up. Wells with a tough turnaround is good. And both teams sharing the basketball. Almost that forgotten art of passing the ball. Both teams move the ball really well. Their movement away from the ball is excellent. Both teams so well coached. Strawberry comes off the high screen, long two. Put it in the book. DJ Strawberry. Avellino, Fittipaldo comes off the screen, gets his feet set but toes the line, is off with two. Weems will collect it. Strawberry has it. And the option of Strawberry at the point, it's something that Besiktas never really had to use last year. Nice little backdoor pass. And a foul on the play, and Eseoglu will go to the free throw line. Going back to the Strawberry point, last year with Michael Thompson, Michael Roll, and obviously you've still got Kenan Sabahi. It was not a call for Strawberry to take that sort of point guard leadership role, but looks very comfortable in this game. So Avellino with the timeout. Avellino still trails 7, but tempo of the game starts to become much more Avellino-like. So Eseoglu after the timeout on the free throw line. Sacliapanti, the coach of Avellino, as I said, they went through years of so much continuous change. They struggled to make the playoffs. Sacliapanti came in. He reeled off something like 20 wins when he became head coach, and the club hasn't looked back under his leadership on the sidelines. 3rd place in the league last year, 1 game away from the championship final. Good things happening for the Avellino organization. Here's Ariel Feloy, another good thing happening for the club. Frasenko has it in the post, looks to back down, goes with a drop step, tries to get to the far side of the ring. And for all his size and all his just hugeness, what a tremendous move. Great footwork, soft touch off the glass, and Frasenko goes to 6 points personal. Wide open for 3 is no good. Son Lee gets the offensive rebound, needs a pass, finds one. And Besiktas will recycle. He gets it to Son Lee for 2. He just drops it from above the foul line. He's picking up where he left off at the weekend. Had a very, very productive offensive game. Has 4 personal. 20 at the weekend in the opening league win. Frasenko has it in the block. looking to go to work on Son. He just can't control him with a size, but he blows the shot. Luna on the glass, goes up, puts it back for two. The Luna-Frasenko combo is not going to get you a lot of quickness, but it gives you so much solid play at the 4 and the 5. Oh, beautiful move to the far side of the ring. Deibler gets the 2. And Besiktas just containing this lead at the moment, just retaining it at 8-9 points. It's tough for Avellino to get over the hump at the moment. Frasenko with the big screen. Builds the wall as Feloy gets the 2. It literally is building the garden wall. Just such a big screen for Frasenko. Seven on the possession. See how he goes inside. Little scoop off the glass, and Frasenko gets suckered into the foul. Sucking air at the moment. No need to foul that. Just got to try and stay clean. Just stay big. There's the foul. Frasenko just could not retain that control. Frasenko will sit. And Kenan Sipahi on the free throw line. Trying to keep ticking it over for Besiktas. This will make it an 8-point margin with 3 to go in the half. Now Strawberry's going to sit. I think that's an intriguing development for Besiktas. Strawberry running the point. Feloy tried to look at the inside option, couldn't find an angle. 10 on the possession. Feloy stops, backdoor pass, and Jason Rich just couldn't contain it. Timeout, and Besiktas, you feel like they've weathered a little bit of the Avellino storm here. Back out to an 8-point lead. Avellino timeout. Well, there's the top rebounders for Avellino. Zalini with 3. Frasenko, you'd expect to be around those top 3 just by the fact he creates so much space. Always looks, Coach Salicka is always really in control. Knows what he wants, knows how he's going to get it, and his team normally oblige. Lima back in the game on the 2 fouls. Will hand it off. But he is fouled as he tried to turn the corner. Stay in. Well, to be fair, there's not a lot more that Zalini could do, really. Weems will kick it. Diabla, if you give him an inch, if you give him the opportunity to get the ball above his eye line, he is gonna make numbers. 16 points personal, 3 from 4 from beyond the arc. Lunan thinks about the long two. Fittipaldi strokes it. Bruno Fittipaldi answers the three with a three of his own. Oh, Avellino. Both teams, in fact, shooting great percentages from beyond the three-point line. Fittipaldi has it. Out top, gets his feet set, going for back-to-back threes. Is long. Offensive rebound is hunted down by Scrub. Fittipaldi just attacks you every chance he has. Nice lift by Lunan. Puts the ball on the floor. Step back for the long three is good. And Avellino sharing the ball almost as well as Besiktas. Lunan is the recipient of the pass. Besiktas take the timeout. And Sidigas is not going to want this to get close going into the half. He does not want a talented Avellino team coming out of the locker room in the second half believing they can win this. Well, there's that Lunan step back. And if Lunan gets going, well, Avellino are going to be a handful in the second half. So after the Besiktas timeout, their lead has been cut in half, 48-43. Weems is the man to release the pressure. Strawberry restored to the point. Well, they're going to call Lima for his third foul. Let's take a look. Well, there's a little bit. You're already on two. You don't really want to give the official the opportunity to call you third, but he did extend the arm. To the powder, comes off the high screen. Finds a little space to hand off. Rich puts it on the floor. In traffic for two. Nice move. Just took the contact, absorbed it, kissed it off the glass. We've got a three-point game. Now, Avellino have been down three before. And Besiktas just accelerated away. Here's Strawberry, moves it on. Diabla. Well, a tough one on by Weems at the end of the shot clock is no good. Defensive rebound is pulled in by Scrub. Scrub will get it back to Rich, and Rich will walk it into the half court, looking for the last shot of this first half. A first half that the zone slowed him down, and now Avellino have a chance to go in tied or one down. Rich attacks it, right hand, off the glass for two is sweet. And Avellino, having trailed by double digits, have come back and trail 48-47 at the half. This one is poised for a second half. What a great comeback by Avellino. There's confirmation. Besiktas Sompo Japan have a 48-47 half-time advantage over Sidigas Avellino. And it is game on here in Istanbul. 60 and 62%, 60% from the three-point line, 54 from three. This is just individually in particular a real offensive demonstration. Both teams taking great care of the basketball. Daibler has 16 points. Rich, as we said right at the beginning of the game, would be the factor that could spark Avellino. Well, we're going to leave you with some highlights of what was an offensive festival. It's the only way to really describe it. Great ball movement by both teams. Sharing the ball, genuine team basketball. Great reads, but you've still got to finish, and both teams shot the ball very, very well. And Avellino on the road will be incredibly happy where this ended up. At one point, it could have got a little bit scary for him, as Besiktas was so good they had chances to lead by 15 or 16 points. With Avellino, no panic, have worked their way back into this. So at the half, they trail by one. We'll leave you with some remainder of the highlights, and we'll see you shortly for the second half. Don't go away. This one is set up beautifully. Can Avellino get the win on the road, or can Besiktas do what they consistently did last year? Fight off every single challenger here at home, find a way to win, simply refuse to lose. Is that going to be the story of the second half? Join us in about 10 minutes to see how this goes. We'll see you soon. Well, it's a warm welcome back to the Akatlar Arena here in Istanbul, the home of Besiktas. And we have seen a first half where both teams just got into some great offensive rhythm. 48-47 at the half. Home team led by double digits, but Avellino finished incredibly strongly in that second period. It's a little bit of a OK Corral shootout with John Deibler, 16 points for Besiktas. Jason Rich, 14 points for Avellino. Deibler on 5 from 6 from the floor, 2 from 2 from 2, and 3 from 4 from 3. Jason Rich, 6 from 8, 5 from 7 from 2, and 1 from 1 from three-point line. The pair of them have just put on a clinic of individual offense, but they've been helped by some great team offense. Both teams sharing the ball incredibly well. 11 assists already for Besiktas and 8 for Avellino. So both teams have really set up this second half. And don't forget, this is only week 1 of the Basketball Champions League. It's going to take us 300 games over the coming months to decide who will be the Year 2 champion. The defending champions are in action as we speak. Tenerife are currently down 3 against Fencebils. And the Latvian team look like they are going to take the defending champions all the way. They're in quarter 4. And Tenerife have it all to do if they're going to come out with that win. Two teams that have aspirations to succeed. Tenerife on the floor for the start of the third quarter here in Besiktas. And Avellino in the green uniforms will get a first look at the offensive end. Once we've got the okay from TV and anyone else who's got a say, the 3 officials currently by the scorer's table. Just have to make sure everything's okay. Just when you wondered why we were waiting, someone had taken their ball home and said they weren't going to bring it out. They're taking it home to play. Here we go then, start of the third quarter. Avellino in the green uniform will have a first look at the offensive end. Trailing by 1 on the road here against Besiktas. Oh, great pass. Oh, what a way to start the quarter. Rich with a back cut. Beautiful find by Fittipaldo. Beautiful start by the Italian club. Lima can't finish the play. Frushenko challenged it. And we've got Strawberry taking 1 for the team. Lima in the block. Inside, outside. Bahi makes the foul line jump shot. Ticks it over for Besiktas. Nice start to this third period. Feel like both teams putting their own variations on that weave. Frushenko on the inside, in traffic. Want this jump ball, and I think the official's going to call the foul. And Deibler's going to be the happiest man on the court. Let's take a look. Well, there's the foul. Deibler wants the jump ball, but he's hit Frushenko 3 or 4 times. Trouble is, when you hit Frasenko, nothing moves. He's such a strong man on the inside. Rich out top, moves it on. Filoy looks to Frasenko. When he's in the game, he needs touches. Nice little look, extra pass. Fittipaldo for three, buried it. Avellino out of the locker room. Offensive clinic, back cut, ball movement. Tremendous start by the Italians. They lead it by 2, 8:22 to go in the third. They're going to gap Lima on the perimeter. He's going to look to go Strawberry on the back cut. Little handoff, Strawberry, feet set for three. Stroked it. This game is out of the highest order at the moment. Lunin outside. Weems trying to generate. Again, the back cut. Fittipaldo reads it so beautifully. Frasenko in space. Doesn't get the drop, but gets the foul. Sapahi doesn't believe he hit him hard enough. Well, you know, in my opinion, for what it's worth, when you've got your arm underneath and you're pulling the shoulder down, I have no idea why that's not an unsportsmanlike foul. You come from underneath to hold the shoulder down. I haven't seen that in the coaching manual. And Frasenko, on some occasions, is his strength, his physicality is sometimes his own worst enemy, because he doesn't get as much protection, perhaps, as less physical guys. Schenko, 2 for 2 from the line. Restores Avellino's narrow lead. This one is toe-to-toe. Lima's always the release. Diabler will move it on. Strawberry will get the ball string from Lima to the sideline. Now he goes to the post. Tries to go against Lunin. Great help. Defensive effort from Avellino is tremendous. Rich's timing on the help was just superb. Rich in transition. No one stops him. Little floater off the glass for 2. And Jason Rich going to work here in Istanbul. Weems, a little quiet as this game has moved on. Has it on the three-point line. Ball screen with Lima and Diabler. Scipio finds Strawberry, just about keeps it. It's got a violation. Great. Avellino have come out this locker room, made some adjustments defensively to take away the ball movement and slow it up. And offensively have really kicked on. They still only lead by 3, but the questions being asked of Besiktas. Lunin has it, mid-post. A lot of action, then it clears and opens the floor. Lunin with a little jump shot in the lane for 2. Well, if the rules are the false middle, there's nothing else Weems could have done. And Avellino, with this little 2-3 zone that really is beginning to cause some issues. Weems buried it from the corner. And the rotation, well, the rotation was right for this defense, but it just wasn't quick enough. Little chess match of a game going on at the moment. Fittipaldo really has stamped himself on this game. Frasenko gets it deep, has to move it out. Inside, outside. And we're going sideline as Jason Rich just slipped that back foot and went out of bounds. Great turnover numbers though, 5 and 4. We're in the halfway through the third quarter. Both teams really taking care of the ball. Diabler outside. Skip pass. Great step. Versaglu can't get the finish. The ball will belong to Besiktas. First step was out the top draw. The finish was at the back of the draw. Just got to finish that play. Got all the way to the far side of the ring. Great challenge, though. Dai really has put some pressure on that. Daibla can't get it to drop. Great work on the boards. Versaglu in a mass of green shirts, found an angle, found some space, pulled the offensive rebound. And this is reminiscent of Besiktas last year. When challenged, especially at home, they found a way. Dai doesn't like the call. Daibla off the out of bounds. We'll kick it back to Versaglu. Goes up, right hand, little soft runner. They can't finish the play again. Derko has it. Backs out, a little bit of space, separation. Will take the ball screen. Derko buries the three. They played him soft on the screen, didn't need a second invitation. And Avellino open out a 5-point lead, biggest lead of the game for the Italian club. Basketball Champions League, week 1 action. Strawberry tries to answer with a three, he's no good. Chance to run for Avellino. Goes up off the glass for two, gets the drop. And Des Wells just underlines the performance in this third quarter. Trailed by 1. At the half, they lead by 7. Ichgar takes the timeout. Just needs to find a way to stem the momentum that Avellino have built up. Field goal numbers, very impressive. I don't think this is about teams not playing defense. This really is about great offensive execution by both lineups. And you've got to give Avellino some credit. They really were struggling to contain Besiktas. Sakliapanti went to the zone. That really did slow the momentum and broke the momentum of the game. And from that point on, Avellino closed to within 1. And then they've got ball movement like that for the open shot. They've got to the basket. And it's now Besiktas who are having to make plays. You saw the three by Strawberry off the handoff. Tough little fadeaway three-pointer, as opposed to the ball movement they had in the first half. So the question's being asked of the home team. They will not want to drop a home game on game day 1 of the 2017-2018 Basketball Champions League. Weems solely gets it down low. Great finish, great move. He had everybody going the other way. Mudai's going to be charged with a personal. He looks a little perplexed, but suddenly building on that great Turkish league performance at the weekend where he went for 20. Great second step, tremendous ball protection. And Salih has really developed. Last year, Stimac in the lineup. He was not as big a factor offensively in the planning for this Besiktas lineup. Now he's really rising to the challenge. Closes it to a 4-point game on that 3-point play. Well, you've got two masters of their craft directing action at the moment. This is what Basketball Champions League action is about. The best against the best in every department. Just about retained. Wells has it. Will get the hand off. No, he doesn't. Dai moves it on. Nicole. Nowhere to go. Lloyd bows him out. 4 on the possession. It's got to go up. Lloyd, little floater of a prayer. Doesn't get the drop. Sonley comes down with the rebound. He'll have to bring it. And Daibla will wait for his teammate. And Strawberry in the half court. That's great defense by Philoy off the ball. Vasayoglu can't get it to drop, but Philoy switched on to Solly and just threw him around in the keyway. Just fronted him, has enough size as a guard. Now he comes off the pick, pulls up, is short but is fouled and will go to the free throw line. It's the same thing again, not being in control on the closeout. Weems just walks through the shooter. Chance for Avellino to re-establish the 6-point lead. Philoy made his debut for the senior national team of Italy at Eurobasket. Had been on their under-20 teams, one of their most successful under-20 teams when he was younger. But Coach Messina really was at pains to comment on how effective he had been for that Italian team. A little short-handed they were. And he really did step up. Strawberry, again, that little acceleration, finds the gap, doesn't get the drop. Defensive rebound by Des Wells. He'll push coast to coast, off the glass for two. You cannot say enough great things about Avellino. Turning defense into offense, really challenging Besiktas now. Sciappi Apenti on the sideline. He's almost out there playing defense with his team. Deibler needs a pass, finds a pass. Strawberry on the three is no good. Sonley with the offensive rebound. Will get it off to Strawberry. Sonley gets another touch. Going to work. Goes back to the right hand off the glass. Can't get the drop. Great rebound. Weems can't get the three to drop. They had 3 goes at it and came up empty. Chance for a double-digit lead by Avellino. Don't forget they trailed by double digits in the second quarter. 2 to go in the third, and they've got a chance to make this a 10 or 11-point game. Philoy thinks about it, puts it on the floor in the lane, tries to manufacture a pass and turns it over. Strawberry in transition. Going the other way for Besiktas. Reposition on the screen. Suddenly just walks people through. Now wants a touch. Has the mismatch with Wells. Just needs to get a shot he wants. Great rotation. Defensively. Zellini was there. Wells, second step off the glass. Will get the drop. We've got a double-digit game. Avellino on the road in Istanbul. Putting out a statement on game day 1 here at the moment in the Basketball Champions League. And Besiktas need to find an answer. Little up-the-floor pressure. Doing no more than to take seconds out of each offense. Deibler takes it down the middle, goes strong, right hand, has to take a tough one. Offensive rebound by Strawberry gets the 2. Everybody came to help. Strawberry unopposed on the offensive glass. Last minute of the third, a third quarter that has belonged to Avellino. Philoy comes off the screen. Little acceleration on a second move. Turnover, back-to-back turnovers by Philoy. Strawberry throws it out. Deibler for 3. Got it! And in a blink of an eye, a 5-point run. Closes it to a 5-point game. Avellino take the timeout. Here's the second of the turnovers. In fact, it does come off Strawberry's foot. They may have a case to answer. But the answer from Besiktas is the open 3 by Deibler. Timeout for Sidigas Avellino. They lead it 69-64. Got to respond. Well, is that the possession that really does break the momentum? Besiktas were being tested extensively by Avellino, and it was their defense more than anything else. The rotation on the inside, just a different level. Des Wells off the bench has really had a positive impact in this third quarter. So Avellino after the timeout, still lead at 69-64, last minute of the third. Just want a good shot here. Spend some time with the ball. No man better than this man. Rich comes off the pick, moves it on. Fittipaldo in the lane, great find, wide open. Rich for three. Avellino, move the basketball. Look at your options. Keep it moving and go to your man. Jason Rich, with his feet set, knocks down the three, 21 personal. And Rich is having a great opening night of the Basketball Champions League. Steal, chance to. Oh, Wells almost fumbled it, doesn't get the drop. But will go to the line. Big smile on his face. Almost fumbled it away. Well, Jason Rich as well as on the free throw line. The much-traveled American has spent time early in his career in Italy. Spent some time in Israel and Belgium. He's been in Russia, France, and now finds himself back in Italy. 31 years old now, Rich, and at the end of the third period, he has really led Avellino to a 10-point margin. Things were looking so sweet for Besiktas at the half. Well, late in the second quarter in particular, up 10 after a really very impressive opening weekend win in the Turkish League. But Avellino, since that point in time, have just been phenomenal. Besiktas' percentages have dropped. That's the difference in the game now. Avellino are still around the 60-66%. The three-point percentage is phenomenal. Besiktas' percentages dropped during that third quarter, and that pretty much is the only thing that's changed. Great start by Avellino with the back cut. It looks good from wherever you take the angle of. But this is the thing that really impresses about Avellino. As that quarter went on, they moved the ball tremendously well. And it was Besiktas who had to go looking for shots. Strawberry with the step-back three. But open threes with your feet set or step-back threes, I know what coaches would want you to take. But this man, Jason Rich, has been absolutely phenomenal so far in this game. Rich's stat line, he's played 19 minutes, 9 from 11. He's 2 from 2 from the three-point line, 7 from 9 from 2. He's made the only free throw he's taken. He has an efficiency rating of 19 on his 21 points. He has been phenomenal. Start of the fourth quarter then. Basketball Champions League, week 1 action. And Besiktas are being asked a serious question at home right now. Weems will move it on. Leibler finds Geik at the top, and his three was, should we say, just a shade right. Paolo gets it into the half court. Rich now fills the double team. Cole wants a bit of space for the pick and roll. They slip it. Paolo with a deep three is long. That will be Besiktas basketball. And that's the first time in the second half where Besiktas have really kept Avellino in front of them. Much better defensive series for the home club. Well, this is where the change of role for Strawberry is going to be tested. Is he going to be able to control this game from the point to steer his team back in? Deibler puts it on the floor. Looks to trade a little space here. 7 on the possession. Deibler just goes past Undai, who fouls him on the penetration. A little messy foul, should we say. Secondly, Apanti with his little change-ups defensively has really changed the complete structure of the game. And Deibler's trying to really be aggressive. Zalini picks up the personal. 2 quick fouls for Avellino at the start of the fourth. Dyer will step down as Frasenko will step back in. No, he doesn't. Frasenko still sits on the bench. Lunan has stepped back in. Gaik looks for a pass, needs a pass. Wahi. Derbler has it turned over. Chance to run here. Paldo doesn't like the numbers, makes the smart call and brings it out. Now he goes back. Little layup, can't get it to drop. Weems has a chance to run, and Besiktas have numbers. Deibler just spots up. They can't get him. Now they find him. Wants the ball screen. Gaik will pick and pop. Strawberry. Great defensive transition by Avellino. Just would not give the easy option. Oh, the offensive foul is called. Yurkol just held his space, and DJ Strawberry. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing it again. Does he lift the elbow? Yes, he does. And he does it again. It's the extension, as well as the height, but it's the extension of the arm. You could argue should have been called the first time, but he got called the second time. Second foul for Strawberry. Besiktas trying to extend the defense. Gula up the floor. Fittipaldo has looked unworried, unfazed in his own time for the whole game so far. Wells tries to turn the corner, needs a pass. Fittipaldo has it, 10 on the possession. Lunan will pick and pop. Fittipaldo tries to break the defense down, little hesitation, great find. Savini for 3 is no good. Chance to run here, Strawberry will get the early ball screen. Deibler, they missed Sanley, he was wide open. Gula wants Sanley in the post, gets him. Has the size advantage on Wells, tries to go to work. Goes up strong with the right hand for 2, doesn't get the drop. Lunan will advance it. Wells doesn't get the push. And Avellino have to take advantage here because Besiktas are struggling to function offensively. Deibler. Done a great job closing him down in this second half. Now he puts it on the floor. Takes the tough one. Will go to the free throw line. And that's the story right now. Besiktas are being forced to take much tougher shots. Avellino's defense has really stepped up. Stepped up in intensity. And there's some adjustments that are just making life very, very difficult for the home lineup. Derbler ticks it over, makes it a 9-point game. Asayoglu's going to step in. Derbler goes 2 for 2. Asayoglu's going to step in. So Rich will get it into the half court. Lunan's just going to be that glue guy right now. Just going to hold this unit together. Avellino have to keep it ticking over. No better man to have the ball than Rich right now. Attacks it on the dribble. Stops, takes the tough one, way short. Great work on the glass. Avellino almost kept it alive. And Sidigas Avellino will take the timeout. They're up 8, 6:31 to go. On the road in Istanbul. Could be a huge road win for the Italian club. Coach Sacagliapanti wants to talk it over. So back after the timeout. Besiktas being asked the question here at home. Down 8, 6:20 to go. Strawberry has it. Strawberry moves to the 2 spot, which is probably where he's more effective. Strawberry has it. 6 on the possession. Weems out top. In the lane. Nice pass. Sarni goes up. Is fouled. Will have to earn them from the 3-throw line. Sarni is beside himself. Should be an M1. Great little pass by Weems. Frasenko comes back to try and close this game out. Sarni on the free throw line. 9 rebounds already. Nine rebounds, 7 points. Keep that at 7 points. Comes up empty on the free throw line. That's an opportunity Besiktas cannot afford to miss. Wells in traffic. Didn't need to go there. Masayoglu just about holds on. And they just about retain possession. Strawberry has it. Nice skip. Wide open. The 3 is off. Masayoglu keeps it alive. Sarni goes up for 2 and 1. Frasenko gets a little contact and Sarni goes back to the line. This time for the extra. I don't know how Wells didn't get called for that, but Weems recovers. There's the contact, there's the contact. Frasenko may show the palms of his hand, but as is normally the case on the slow-mo, the official, you can see why the official made the call. Saldi, after missing 2, needs this one. 5-point game. Besiktas. Avellino already in the penalty. Besiktas down 5. 5 minutes to go. It's an eternity. And Besiktas have been here before. Challenged at home, needing to refuse to lose. Fittipaldo. And all Avellino have to do is keep doing what they were doing. Move the basketball. Share it quickly. Get the open. And do not turn it over. Just about recovered. Filoe, smart heads up play, draws contact. And Avellino dodge a bullet on that one. It's all a bit static in that possession. Rich tries to come up with something. Feloy just hunts it, and then he's smart enough to draw the contact. Feloy misses the first. John Dabler coming back. Good news for Besiktas. Feloy comes up empty on the free throw line. And Strawberry. Which team has to execute? It's all about execution down the end of the game. Strawberry suddenly gets it inside. Got to make a decision. Goes to the right hand. Tough shot. Great defense by Frasenko. Just played big. It suddenly comes out with a tough finish. Just shows you where he has moved to as a player. 12 points personal. 3-point game and Avellino creaking. Big screen by Frasenko. Feloy has it stripped, but just about stays with the play. Rich, foul line jump shot is no good. And Weems will get it off, and Besiktas, all the momentum with the home club. Strawberry, call the right play now, you'll get a good shot. Goes at Frasenko, whistle on the play. And foul on Martin Lunin. This is why Basketball Champions League is the Champions League. 300 games you've got of this intensity across this season. 32 clubs in the regular season this year. Trying to get into the top 16. And a chance now for Besiktas to cut this to a 1-point game. And some of these free throws at the moment have, to say the least, deserted him. That's 1 for 4 on his last trips, and with this one to come. Gets the one to second to drop. We got a 2-point game. A 1-possession game with 4 minutes to go. Fittipaldo fills the double team, needs a pass. Feloy's the man to relieve the pressure. Fittipaldo will open the floor out, little angle. Needs Lunin, they go lob. Quick double team, great rotation. Who's coming up with that? And Besiktas, great look. Turn your defense into points. And Weems ties it at 74. And for a game that's been dominated by offense, it's defense that becomes decisive as this game gets to the sharp end. Feloy needs space, needs a pass, fouled in traffic, and the foul is going to be called on Mutaf. Stanley thought he was going to be charged, but Mutaf over the top, over the back, in the back, whichever description you want to use. Here's the scramble. Great look by Strawberry. Sees the easy 2 for Weems, who gives us a new ball game. 74 apiece. 3:33 to go. 3 minutes, 33 seconds. Feloy restores the 1-point lead for Avellino. Goes 2 for 2 from the line. Besiktas will take the timeout. They trail 2 with 3:33 to go. Great comeback by the host team, down 10. In fact, both teams have been down 10 at some points in this game. And now we've got a 2-point game with 3 minutes to go. Two teams with serious aspirations to get to the latter stages of the Basketball Champions League. Ibler has his 21 points. He's only has 5 on the half, though. They've calmed him, quietened him down, should we say. I mean, Weems has quietly moved on to 14. He's had a part to play in this comeback.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Coach Sakliabanti. Well, not only does he take credit for this, the way he's made adjustments during this game, but the way he has led this program over the last couple of seasons has put Avellino back on the map. Strawberry with 3:30 to go, down 2, guarded by Filoy. Gets it into the half court. They go underneath and switch it. Suddenly guarded by Filoy. Will move to the right-hand runner. Filoy does enough. Maybe did a little too much, but Suddenly's got to finish that play. Wide open. Fittipaldo is fouled on the three-point line. I'd like to see it again. Trouble is, the referee doesn't get a chance to see it again. To me, let's take a look. Strawberry's not happy. There's the free. Not really sure if Strawberry really made that much contact. Fittipaldo leaned back onto him. But what does it matter? What I'm looking at on a slow-mo. What it matters is Fittipaldo's on the free-point line, free throw line. Chance to make this a 5-point game with 3 minutes to go. And he never looks like he's going to miss a free throw. I think that picture tells you how joyful the position of head coach can be. Skarčka, really. Solitska really feeling the pressure a little here right now. Strawberry. Suddenly they're getting a lot of touches to him. Inside, outside. Quick release for three is no good. Offensive rebound. Seoglu drops it down to Sonley. Inside, outside. Strawberry for three. Doesn't get the drop. Big time rebound by Filoy. Filoy's going to take the walk down the floor to shoot the throws. There's the foul. And Filoy's showing you the real benefit of having that big guard size. You know, 190 plus, strong guard. The Argentinian Italian has a chance to make this now a 7-point game. So a 7-0 run if he makes both of these at a crucial time over the last minute. And Avellino re-establishing a little bit of control. Filoy makes both. Traveling fans will enjoy this one. Full team points personal for Ariel Filoy. Seoglu off the screen. Suddenly gets another touch. Filoy again. That matchup, when he switches, he has literally been the decisive part of this last minute or so of the game. When they have tried to post him up, they have got absolutely nothing from that switch. Lerner picks and pops, almost stolen. Rich, little hang time, doesn't get it. Sonley's got to rebound that. There's a foul on the play. And if that's a hold of the shirt, call the unsportsmanlike foul. Let's take a look. There's the shot. Well, there's no hold of the shirt, so I'm not sure what the official was calling. Was a foul, but he clearly demonstrated that there was a hold of the shirt. Sonley's on the free throw line for 2, with Besiktas and Avellino both being in the penalty. Simply has to make the throws. Makes the first. Well, Sonley's definitely the man that Coach Solitska believes he needs in the game to close it out. Makes both. really replays that fade. 5-point game, 2 minutes to go. Absolute eternity. Both teams in the penalty. Neither team is going to want to foul. Fittipaldo will call it. And they are really in time and possession right now. Dye comes to the high screen. Fittipaldo is off. Great work on the glass. Dye comes up with the offensive rebound and keep it alive. Fittipaldo chased it down, and they get another full team. Ariel Filoy goes up, inside, outside. Rich moves it on. Lunan gets it back to Rich. Attacks the closeout. They won't get that away. That won't count. Ball held, not in the act of shooting when the buzzer went. So Besiktas get the stop. They did give up literally 30 seconds of possession. But Avellino came up empty. 2-possession game, 1:20 to go. Besiktas trying to defend the home court. Weems has it. Diabla will get the ball screen. And Dye, they go down low. They have got 0 out of this play. Goes up for 2. First time they have scored on that because Filoy wasn't the man switching. 3-point game. All about a stop now for Besiktas. Where do Avellino go? Rich has it, fills the double team. Finds the open man, Fittipaldo. Attacks it on the dribble. Nowhere to go. Great follow by Lunan. No rotation by Besiktas. And Lunan keeps the margin a 2-possession game. Diabla goes up, quick 2. Great execution. 3-point game. Lunan just about gets it in. Rich is not going to put this one up. It's all about a stop here. They can't foul now. Filoy's going to hold. Then Diaz gives him the ball screen. Filoy steps back for the game. Game, Avellino. 86-80, 17.8 to go. Ariel Filoy. Dagger to the heart. Besiktas trail 6. Take the timeout. 17-8 to go. It's going to take 2 quick possessions for Besiktas to get this to overtime. And Filoy's got ice in those veins. Knocks down the 3. Timeout, Besiktas. The home court is under threat here in Istanbul. Well, 50 and 40% would normally be enough to get you a win. Well, that's going to drop, but that didn't count. What counted was Ariel Filoy, who builds on his great season with Venezia in the Basketball Champions League last season. The move across to Avellino after a successful Eurobasket, and he literally goes to 17 personal on that 3. Diabla needs to get a quick one, gets it away quickly, is off. Lunan comes down with a rebound, just needs to get rid of it right now. Fittipaldo, who's been phenomenal. They're not going to foul now, they're thinking points difference. But that'll do it. Avellino have come to Istanbul. Trailed by 10 early. Exactly, Apanti made the adjustments. His team just executed superbly, and they get the 6-point win. It's only week 1 of the Basketball Champions League with that final score. Besiktas Sompo Japan 80. Sidigas Avellino 86. Could be important come the end of the group stage. An away win is vital. An away win in Istanbul could be crucial. Avellino with a big win. Besiktas will take positives away from this game when they actually analyze it. But what you got to think about is this Avellino team have a way of winning. They have great balance, great experience, and real talent. That's a big, big win. Bruno Fittipaldo is going to be a factor in this Basketball Champions League. The 184 guard had a tremendous game. Filoy builds on his Eurobasket. 17 points personal. But more than his offensive end, his defense, when he switched onto the post, was absolutely crucial. That's a huge, huge win. Here are the stats. 53 and 62% from the three-point line for Avellino. Besiktas win the game on the glass, but 20 assists, but Avellino just shot the lights out. Both teams take great care of the basketball. That's a great performance by Avellino. They shot the ball tremendously well. They have enough size to compete as well. And defensively, Deibler had 16 at the half. Adjustments slowed him down. But one person who didn't slow down was Ariel Filoy. Rich was good for most of the game. He had 14 at the half, only 21 on the game, because Filoy and others picked up the slack. But that's a very, very impressive win for Avellino. Very, very high quality game, and really does set the standard for Group D as this group will begin to unfold. Carl Weems had 14 on the night, which you could argue was a little bit anonymous when his team really needed him to step up. 34 minutes Carl Weems played. Deibler had 23. Strawberry had 13. Stanley had a 17. They're going to have to find a way to get contributions out of Augusto Lima. He's 14 minutes, only contributed 2 points and 1 rebound. And for a man of his ability, that is way under expectation. But he's got the talent to come through. Stanley was good. Is he good enough to be the starting center? I think he needs Augusto Lima to really step up, and between the two of them, they could have enough for Besiktas to be a big factor in this competition. Well, Besiktas led early, but once Avellino got back, Avellino led. Besiktas tied the game with 3.5 to go. But from that point on, the game was managed superbly by Avellino. Defensively, they were very good. And this man, Deibler, was slowed down in this second half. That's the only 2 points they got from the mismatch in the post, because Rich had him, not Filoy. But it took him 4 possessions to take Filoy away from that play. Get another look at it. And Lunan iced it with that 2. Tremendous performance by Avellino. They'll make that flight back to Italy. Get ready for next week in the Basketball Champions League. And they'll look to build on what was an excellent Game 1 win on the road. Wow, tremendous win by Avellino from Istanbul, from Mark Clark, and the Basketball Champions League Game Day 1. It's good night.